Welcome back to another episode of Peninsula of Paradise, the show where Florida homeowners get real answers about mortgages, home equity, repairs, renovations, and everything that helps you protect the place that you call home. I'm your host, John Tanner, licensed real estate broker, former certified residential appraiser and mortgage broker, and someone who's spent over 30 years learning how to help my fellow Floridians navigate the world of real estate, appraisals, and home mortgages with more confidence and less stress. Today's episode might hit a nerve with some of you, especially if you've gone through a hurricane, because it's one of the biggest pain points for Florida's homeowners, especially because we live in a year-round warmer climate than the rest of the United States. We're talking about those moments when the AC collapses in the middle of summer, a pipe bursts unexpectedly, the water heater gives out in the wintertime, or a storm leaves your roof with leaky holes like Swiss cheese. Because these repairs are not optional, and they almost never happen when you're financially ready, I'm calling this episode When Pipes Burst and the AC Breaks, Financing Home Repairs Without Drowning in Debt. Let's start by acknowledging the obvious. Florida homes take a beating. Between humidity, salt air, heavy rains, hurricanes, aging infrastructure, and higher insurance deductibles, which we all fret, home repairs here are no joke. Here are the average costs for 5 major issues that could hit you today. AC replacement, $6,000 to $12,000. Pipe burst repair, $1,500 to $5K. Water heater replacement, $1,200 to $2,800. Roof repair, $4,000 to $15,000. Full roof replacement, easily $20,000 to $40,000, and that's on the regular size houses, not the mansions. And here's the kicker: most people don't even have 5 to 10K just laying around for emergencies. So what happens? Most people turn to credit cards. And that 24% interest rate turns a $7,000 repair into a $10,000 to $12,000 burden. There has to be a smarter way. And that's what today's episode is all about, to discover what that can be. Your best financing options. We're going to go over the pros and cons of a few different options for you to consider. When repairs hit, you generally have about 6 different ways to pay for them. Each has their advantages and landmines, depending on your situation. Number 1, homeowners insurance with deductibles. It's best when the damage is sudden and accidental, when the cost exceeds your deductible, and when the event is covered, not wear and tear. Here are the challenges with it. Many Florida policies have rising deductibles. Water damage is heavily scrutinized, and slow adjusters can delay repairs. Number 2, contractor financing. Many AC companies, roofers, and plumbers offer financing through third-party lenders. Here are some pros about contractor financing. Fast approval, often 0% interest for people with well-qualified credit for 6 to 18 months, and it's easy to set up. The cons are, after the promo period ends, your rates skyrocket to 18 to 35%. The loan amounts are limited, and it's not ideal for very large or multiple repairs that need to be done. Option number 3, credit cards. The pros, it's immediate, it's good in true emergency situations, and you can get points which lead to fringe benefits. The cons, high interest. It can hurt your debt to income ratios, especially if you're getting ready to buy an investment property or a second home, or you're just selling your primary residence and moving into another one. And it makes refinancing harder when you have all that debt on your back. Option number 4, personal loans. The pros, fixed payments, faster than HELOCs. Cons, 10 to 20% interest. Shorter terms equals higher monthly payments. Ouch. Option number 5, home equity lines of credit, or what we call HELOCs. This is one of your best tools for repairs. Here are the pros. Lower interest than credit cards. Yay. Only pay interest on what you draw. Sounds good. And reusable for future repairs. Outstanding. A HELOC is perfect for AC replacement, plumbing failures, water intrusion, roof repairs, and multiple small to medium issues that just arise over time. Here are the cons. Variable interest rates. It requires decent credit, and it can take 2 to 4 weeks to set up. So it's better to have it in place before an emergency actually happens. And option number 6, your cash out refinance. A cash out refi is best when you have multiple repairs. You also want to consolidate debt at the same time as getting those repairs done, and you want to have lower monthly payments. And you're planning to do long-term upgrades, like you want to fix your kitchen or your bathrooms in the near future. The pros are you can get a large lump sum of money to handle all of these issues: hurricane repairs, the renovations, paying off debt. They have a lower interest rate than credit card debt. That's obvious. And sometimes it's lower than personal loans as well, which is great. And you have the opportunity to simplify your finances by rolling in those extra credit card debts at high interest rates. But here are the cons. You have closing costs that you have to factor in because it is expensive to do a cash out refinance. So you have to see what the cost of the closing costs are going to be and weigh that in your decision. New mortgage will reset the clock. So when you do a new refinance, maybe you had a 30-year loan and you're at year 25. Now you're back at year 30 again. Or maybe you're going to go with the Trump plan for year 50-year mortgage to lower your payments by $200 or $300. But you're going to add on a lot of debt long term. So you need to factor that in too, because interest accrues. So it could be a lot of money in the long game. But if you're going to sell your property in, let's say, 5 years, then having a lower payment, getting out that cash instantly to pay those repairs is probably a better idea. And then the third thing to consider as a con would be you have to consider the value of your property and how much it will appraise for, because that matters when you try to get a cash out refinance. Now let's look at a hypothetical situation of a double whammy. I'm going to tell you a quick hypothetical story about a couple who lives over here near Orange Park, Florida. These are wonderful people who have experienced the classic Florida double whammy when their AC dies in the summer and 2 weeks later a pipe bursts in the bathroom. So they're facing almost $17,000 in repairs. The insurance is going to cover some of it, but after the deductible and some exclusions and mitigation, they still have to dish out $10,000 of their own money. So instead of putting all of that debt on credit cards, they set up a HELOC. It's low interest, interest only option, flexible draws, and the approval is based on the home equity, which they have plenty of because prices have been appreciating in value over the last several years. Their payment for the repairs ends up being under $100 a month versus over $400 a month if they would have put it on their credit cards. This is the kind of strategy that homeowners just don't know is available. Now let's talk about how to prep your home before disaster strikes. Here's a few proactive steps that every Florida homeowner should take. Number 1, you can get pre-approved for a HELOC before you need it, and you can treat it like an emergency tool, not a debt trap. Number 2, review your insurance deductibles. Most people don't know what their out-of-pocket expense would be if something were to happen. So check that mark off your box. Number 3, keep a repair reserve fund. Even if it's only $50 to $100 a month, it adds up and can help you out when you've got to pay a deductible. And number 4, get annual inspections. Have your AC tuned up. Check out your roof. Get an inspection done. Do plumbing checks. Why? Because these 3 things are preventative maintenance, and preventative maintenance and prevention are cheaper than dealing with a disaster. And lastly, number 5, know your home's equity position. You have to understand what your value is and your mortgage balance is so that you can know what your options are. And you can do that by going on to Zillow and getting his estimate to know what your home value is. And your mortgage balance is on the document that you get in the mail. This is not a document, this is a sticker. Just grabbing for something that's in the area that I could use. All right, now let's talk about how to choose the right option for you. Here's the simple formula that I recommend for all Florida homeowners. Number one, if the repair is under $3,000, then consider doing a cash out or a short-term refinance. If the repair is $3,000 to $10,000, maybe a HELOC, or if it's available, a contractor financing with a third-party lender will at 0% interest will be the better option. If the repair is over $10,000, either a HELOC or a cash out refinance may be your best option. And if you have multiple repairs that you want to do, the damage from the broken faucet or the roof damage that just took place because of the last hurricane, and you want to do some repairs, like you've been thinking about renovating that kitchen, maybe a cash out refinance will be the best option considering all of your circumstances at this time. Look, at the end of the day, it's all about protecting your cash flow while protecting your home. All right. Florida homeowners, but it also comes with unexpected challenges, and we just have to be prepared for them. When something major breaks, you need options that won't sink you in deep debt. That's where smart financing, especially home equity strategies, can become a lifesaver for you in these situations that you have to deal with as a new Florida homeowner. If you want help reviewing your home equity, if you want to compare a HELOC versus a refinance option, or you want to talk about how to build a repair plan for your property, then reach out to me. I will put you in touch with a lender that you can trust to help you look and shop the market for the right transaction that's going to be best for you, the right lending options that are available for you in your situation. I'll walk you through the numbers and help you understand your options with the loan officer so that we can make sure that you're protected before the next big repair hits. Thanks for joining me today on Peninsula of Paradise. Until next time, I'm John Tanner, reminding you that paradise isn't just where you live, it's what you protect. See you next time. Bye for now.